Hi Svetlana, I'm making this video because our meeting is kind of getting very difficult to organize. So I thought I'll just record and you can view it uh, in your free time. So I'm demonstrating the process for digitization. That's what your key requirement is. So the way I have modeled the process is that there is you receive some work input from the customers on a regular basis which come in as, let's say, something like a docket, which is a collection of work items. It may arrive over email, it may arrive through some FTP or whatever. So this is where our process starts. Um, I have created some data up front, so you click on this and you just define some basic parameters, and then you define what is inside that packet. So each work item, so each docket is kind of a collection or each assignment that comes to you, and these are each of the work items contained in there. So let's take a look at the work items. There they are. So to create these work items, again, I mean, if they're coming in Excel or they're coming through some Google Docs or whatever, you don't have to type them in. Everything what you can do is use an import function. So import is just a simple, we show you the spreadsheet into which you can either type whatever values or you can copy paste from Excel or Google Docs or wherever. So it's just you create everything. And while you're creating this, if you want to initiate the workflow, that you can do it from right here. If you select this, you see all these workflow fields. You can select what workflow step you want to assign. Let's say whatever receive. Then you can assign it to a user or you can assign it to a team. Okay, so if you want to assign it to a team, just put a star and the name of the team, estimated number of hours that you think it should take, and target date. So you can obviously, and you can just select the same value and replicate to all the work items that you're importing. The rest of the stuff over here, you can rest of the stuff you can here just copy paste from Excel or you can type, and then you can click on import. This is how I've created the data, but right now I'll just leave it. So these are the work items I've imported, and now each one of these have a workflow attached to them. So for example, if I open this and I see the workflow status of this, right now it's not assigned to me, so but I can see, for example, what is the workflow status. Okay, nothing is assigned on this one. So here I see that something has been assigned. If I see the status, it will tell me something has been assigned. I can see the history. This is all the events, workflow related events that have happened on this. So essentially, this is what allows you to keep track of the workflow that's happening on the work item. But I guess your requirement of digitization is not about tracking just this, it's about tracking more granular information. So really that's what I have captured here as activities. Activities are sort of, they are, think of them as the micro activities, which is not something that you assign or plan, but you still want to know when they are executed, how they are executed, how much time they are taking, what feedback your operators have to put in for those activities. So for example, I'll open the activities here, and there's a activity editor which opens up like this. So this is the console the operators will use to record what they're doing. So nobody is planning it, nobody is assigning this. You just type the name of the activity, you say I'm starting whatever processing, and you say start. So here we have a clock which shows you how much time you're taking, and you just leave it here, go do your work, and when you finish, you come back and say, I finished, I had some problem, had no problem, there were some errors, whatever you want to record as part of your data that will get generated. You can put your comments, and then you say finish. So it essentially captures a row here which says at what time you started, what time you finished, how much time you take, how many seconds you took, and what comments you log. You can keep on repeating it for the activities that you do. And you go on. And when that work item is finished, by the time you have captured all these detailed information that you see here, is that exactly really granular information: who did the work, what time it happened, how many times it happened, were there any comments, and everything will be captured. And finally, you come here, save and close. So you see all those activities getting captured here. And then when you save the work item, all these activities and all the data get saved. So finally, this is all the data that gets generated in the system. And obviously, you can take a dump of this and go and run your AI modeling tools or whatever reporting you want to do. But there is a small basic reporting module that's we have included in here, which is basically just a list and some details of all the activities that has happened. And then you click on analyze, and here we have is a little pivot table which allows you to do the analysis on these various parameters, this tracking code, what the status, the user, and you can do slice and dice. For example, here I'm doing count of activities, then I can, for example, just move it here and change the dimensions. I can, so it's a regular pivot that I'm sure you know how this works. So it gives you various ways of slicing and dicing what is happening. You can analyze the time that's spent on an activity, number of times an activity is being done on a work item, etc. And even you can do the slicing and dicing of the workflow, in the sense how much work you're doing, what's your productivity, and things like that. So this is what my first cut representation of what I wanted to share with you, because I don't know what your requirements are. So, but this, according to me, was the it gives a fair job of capturing the process digitization work. So let me know after you've seen this video what do you think and what more needs to be done, and I'll wait for your comments. Thanks.